Hello, welcome back. Today's video is going to be the finale for my low buy. I'm going to tell you how it all went. If you've been following my channel, then you would know I've been on a budget for just makeup and skincare for $83 a month. And I've actually been doing this since October of 2018. Therefore, I have been doing it for over 1 year. And I picked that number because within 1 calendar year, I wanted to spend less than $1,000 on makeup and skincare. I talk about this a lot in my Project Use It Up series, so you can check out that playlist if you're interested. And also I have a project pan playlist because I do a lot of project pans. Anyway, let's just get into this update. Alrighty, so overall, I will say I was successful at this low buy as I defined it with the budget of $83 a month. There were some months where I spent over $83, but then I did make up for it later. So for the year total, I did spend $997, which is right about $83 per month. Like I said, that only includes makeup and skincare. That did not include nail polish or body care or hair care or perfume. Just so that you guys know, I did say that at the beginning of the year because makeup and skincare, particularly makeup, I tend to buy way more than I need. If you've been watching my channel, I do have a pretty large makeup collection, particularly in the eyeshadow category. That is definitely my weakness. And in the past, I definitely have bought too much skincare where I had, multiple serums, multiple moisturizers, and all that kind of stuff. But I really don't have that anymore, and I haven't really had that for a few years now. I pretty much just have what I need in my skincare. I finish something and then I repurchase. And as far as skincare goes, I didn't spend that much on skincare this year. Most of the money did go to makeup. My skincare routine is all drugstore and affordable, such as The Ordinary, except for one thing, my Kiehl's avocado eye cream. Everything else is really inexpensive. There were times where I thought, gosh, I'd love to try Drunk Elephant or Sunday Riley, and I just couldn't because I had spent my money on makeup, and one Drunk Elephant product is my entire budget for the month. So that just didn't end up happening. Honestly though, it's fine because I am happy with my skin. My skincare routine is working. I love The Ordinary and their products are so cheap. I really have no problem with that. And makeup is what I love to experiment with and buy. And the other reason that I wanted to do this low buy, other than mostly to save money, honestly, I just didn't want to be wasting a ton of money on makeup and skincare because I bought a house last year, so trying to pay that and, purely financial reasons. But the second reason is when I bought a lot of makeup in the years of 2017 and 2018, by the way, in those years, I think 2017, I spent about $3,000 total between makeup and skincare, I know. And 2018, I spent about $2,200 on both makeup and skincare. Yeah, that's a lot. And I was shocked, when I added those up. And I did make an improvement from 2018 than I did in 2017. But this year, I feel like I really improved. When I have a lot of makeup, it's hard to even use it because if you're constantly buying new things, you only get to use something once or twice. And then you're on to the next thing. Also, I do a lot of project pans, so I'm really focused on my project pan items. Therefore, it's even harder to use new products. Honestly, even there were times this year where I did feel overwhelmed with how much makeup I got, because if you've been watching my channel, I did get a decent amount of new things. I really finagled this low buy. I was using coupons whenever I could, search for coupon codes online, wait for sales. I really wanted to maximize the money, and I really did do that. And the other thing that I did buy a lot of makeup with Ulta points. And I will say that to get those Ulta points, I did spend some money on things that were not in my budget. I'm actually getting close to being diamond at Ulta, but that is all mostly from buying hair care products there, perfume. I did buy a perfume gift for Christmas for someone. And that really added up, and the only things that counted towards my budget was the makeup and the skincare. Therefore, if I was tallying everything that I spent on just beauty in general, I did spend more than that, but I don't buy excessively in other categories. I only buy the shampoo and conditioner I need. I've only bought 2 perfumes for myself this year, which in years past I have bought a lot more. Nail polish, I hardly bought any nail polish until now, the end of the year, because Lights Lacquer came out and I wanted both collections. But before that, I hardly bought any nail polish this year. Therefore, you know, problem areas truly is mostly makeup. Skincare in the past, you know, but not anymore. Overall, I would say I am very happy with this. I'm really glad that I cut down my spending, and I did not do what I have done in the past on, you know, low buys or no buys and spent money elsewhere. Like in the past, if I was on a no buy or low buy for makeup, I would then go buy tons of clothes or something like that. And I really didn't do that this year. I hardly buy clothes and accessories anymore, very, very rarely. In the past, I did kind of have a shopping problem with buying a lot of clothes and accessories. At one point, I owned 10 to 15 times the amount of clothing that I have now. You know, I'm really happy I was able to, you know, fix that problem. So overall, I would say makeup is the only category that I'm still really tempted to buy a lot. I constantly have new things on my wish list, and part of it is because, yeah, there is a lot coming out, but I'm still interested in older products that came out 4 years ago that I still want to try. I mean, there's so many foundations that I want to try. I love trying new things overall. Primers, that Hourglass powder, I'm pretty sure that came out last year and I still haven't bought it, but I really want to. I don't know. There's just a lot of things that I still want. And that brings me to what will I do next? And I've gone really back and forth on this. And part of me was like, well, you know, I did great. I don't think I need to put myself on a budget. But then I thought, you know what? I'm pretty sure I would then revert back to my old ways where I spent $2,000 in 1 year on makeup, which is really way too much, at least for me. Therefore, I decided that my new budget will be, at the end of the year, there's only like a week left, but however much I have in total makeup and skincare empties, and that would be my budget for the whole year. Therefore, I don't want to spend more than what I used up this year in makeup and skincare. And right now, my total makeup and skincare empties is at about $1,300. So it may be a little bit more because there's a couple more things I may finish in the next week. Yeah, so then my budget would be somewhere a little over $100 a month for both of those. I did consider only doing a budget for makeup and not skincare so that I can try more high-end skincare. I mean, honestly, I could. I just wouldn't be able to buy makeup that month. Because yeah, those brands, Sunday Riley, Drunk Elephant, that stuff is incredibly expensive. But you know, then I decided I don't need to go ham sandwich on skincare because my skin is pretty decent and I'm really happy with my skincare routine. Therefore, I don't really feel the need to do that. And if there's 1 month I really want that, well, then I'll just have to figure it out. The next thing that I want to talk about is that if you've been watching my channel, then you know the item that I bought the most of this year was eyeshadow palettes. I hardly bought concealers, foundation, powder. I mean, I did buy a couple highlighters, but I really cut down on most of the makeup categories that I was spending on. Most of the money that went into eyeshadow palettes. Now that is what I love. I'm okay with collecting eyeshadow palettes. I do have a lot. If you saw my eyeshadow palette collection, I did that about a month and a half ago. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I'm okay with that. However, I want to get less in the future. This year, I got 18 new eyeshadow palettes. I did ranking new eyeshadow palettes. In that video, I had 17. And then after I filmed that, I bought one more Black Friday. I know, it's a lot. 18 eyeshadow palettes in 1 year. I do have a lot of palettes with pan, but I also have a lot of palettes that I've only used 5 or 6 times ever. And I don't like that. That upsets me. That's what I don't want. I don't want makeup just sitting there. Therefore, I haven't set a number, but for the future, I really, really need to cut down on the amount of palettes I buy. I have a great collection. I love all the palettes I have. I have enough colors to do whatever looks that I want. I still want to try new things, but that needs to get cut a lot, maybe even in half, maybe, you know, 9 or 10 palettes for the whole year. I'm not sure exactly. That I have not decided on, but all I know is that it needs to be less. Another goal I have is to hit pan on more of my eyeshadow palettes. I don't know exactly how many palettes I have with pan in them right now. Maybe it's somewhere around 10 to 12. But you know, out of my total palettes of 40 something, that's really not that many. Therefore, I really just want to focus on using the eyeshadows that I have and drastically reduce the amount of eyeshadow that I buy. Alrighty, that is it for this video. Overall, I am very happy with how this budget went. You know, for me, this was a huge cut on spending compared to the last 2 years. Therefore, I'm really happy with that. The only thing is, yeah, I am overwhelmed with how much eyeshadow I have. Therefore, I really need to buy less eyeshadow in the future, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to buy any because there's a lot of brands that I still want to try. And I do like the idea of having different formulas and different brands in my collection. And there's a couple indie brands that are on my wish list that I wanted to buy this year, but you know, I ran out of money. Therefore, I do want to get those in the future. I did do a whole video on brands that I want to try. I don't know if that is up yet or not, but if it's not, it should be within the next week or two. But yeah, that is it for this video. Overall, I'm very happy. Let us know, are you on a no buy? Are you on a low buy? How's it going? How did it go this year? You know, and if you messed up and spent more than you intended, don't feel bad about yourself. Honestly, it happens. We're human. I think it's hard not to compare ourselves to, because there's so many people who are doing, you know, very strict no buys, which is amazing and absolutely fantastic. But I don't want to make myself feel bad because I didn't do that. I'm just comparing myself to years past. And compared to me in 2017 and 18, I did make a big improvement, and that is good news. That is it for this video, and thank you for watching.